Tremble in delight. I am the abyss. I am one and I am all. The world and the self, ephemeral, eternal.
First of all, NIS America just released a new trailer for Monarch. And if you are a fan of RPGs or JRPGs, ever had a chance to pick up a Shin Megami Tensei game, well, this one's the one for you. It's got all the right dark, mystery, surreal fantasy themes one would need to get off of Japanese culture, and one that actually comes from a real good developer. Now check this out, this game is coming into basically all platforms February 22nd this year. ID Effect, on the other hand, finally announced their RPG Death End Request 2 will launch on the Nintendo Switch in the West on February 8th. Now, Death End Request from a couple of years ago, initially a PlayStation 4 game, in case you're new to, is basically a turn-based visual novelish RPG kind of mix with a day and night cycle even. It's a pretty weird one at first, but one that will keep you coming back for it for quite a while. Check this out.
The powered-up Roddy has arrived! Then I'll kill you!
Now, Koei Tecmo, no more than just a handful of days ago, also went on and announced a specific release date of February 15th for Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. Now, apparently the game is coming to basically all platforms, obviously the Nintendo Switch, in addition to PCs. So just in case you are new to this thing, Empires over here goes and changes the battle system a little bit and makes it a bit more strategic based. However, it's still the same Musou style 1 man to 1,000 formula. It's a good one. I personally grew up playing all this game, so yeah, it's a good one.
What's happening?
I beseech you!
No questions, we have to go.
Moving on, we have what I personally just can't wait anymore to have hands-on, The Age of Eternity, the cloud version, basically because it's a bit too big for the tablet console to deal with, but a masterpiece of an RPG, I mean, from what I've gathered. The game's given a second life over here, voiced over in English now, and all the benefits and fixes the game actually received throughout the years. Now, go ahead and take a look at this beauty before it releases in February 23rd this year.
Traitor! Lend me your strength!
Massacre mode activated.
Let's go!
This will hurt, and not in a good way.
Saber Interactive, on the other hand, announced Evil Dead the game almost a year ago and with a release date of late 2021, and that the game is coming out to basically all platforms, even Switch, as a multiplayer, co-op and PvP based game with a single player campaign to go through. Now, the game is still coming to all platforms, there's nothing to worry about, but it's gonna be sometime in February this year, so keep it in mind.
You and your friends will team up as classic Evil Dead heroes to live the nightmare. You'll use savage finishing moves or tear evil a new one. Or, if you're not into the whole save the world thing, we have another option. You can play as the vile Kandarian demon itself. But who would want to do that? He'd be a dick. With the power of possession in your arsenal, you'll scare those goody two-shoes to death. Literally, you can do that if you're a dick. Whether you choose the path of evil or righteousness, you'll be throwing down in places you've seen before. You'll collect pages of the Necronomicon, uncover Nobi's lost tapes, and track down other legendary artifacts. When you've grabbed enough, you'll use a spell to send the Kandarian son of a bitch back to the hellhole it came from.
And she's traveling the land with her crew to train her successor, you. So as you go from beautiful Sunshine Valley, through the forests, across the desert, and into picturesque Sketchside,
Ollie Ollie World, on the other hand, which was announced precisely a month ago, is a side-scroller, skateboarding kind of adventure. Weird, but definitely delightful just by the looks of it. The game's really something. Also coming from a real good developer, and this is what the game actually looks like. For the price of about $25, you can have hands on Ollie Ollie World when the game releases February 8th.
or slide across moving obstacles, you'll inevitably hit a bunch of stuff or bounce off some things you were supposed to smash through. And that's okay. Just get Chiffon to teleport you back with her skate wizard powers and go again. That's the spirit. Make Dad proud. Dad! This caring father figure will help you skate in style. Whether you dress like that or this, riding on that, with that haircut, or wearing those. While traveling across Radlandia and meeting its people may be reward enough, what will you find if you do reach Narvana?
Seems we have another nightmare on our hands.
Figment 2, A Creed Valley, was also announced precisely a month ago at the Nintendo's Indie World Showcase as a puzzle platformer, one of the best out of the best of the past few years, to be honest. I mean, Figment back then when it was announced at first was one of the most creative indie games to come our way, and now, once again, with what I've been led to believe, amped up visuals and added elements, probably on top of a new story, and it's set to be released sometime this February.
Make your identity! Be who you wanna be! No mama, not an E! Come and belong with me!
私はディーボルト・レーベレンツェ
Atelier Sophie 2, The Alchemists of the Mysterious Dream, also releases for the Nintendo Switch and other consoles as well, February 25, pretty much acting as a direct sequel to the first Sophie and with some kind of a turn-based battle system this time around. I mean, not really, it's called Multi-Link System, through which you can do combos with your teammates. Here's where you can actually have a really good idea of what I'm talking about. This RPG hit releases, like I said, February 25 this year.
趣味というだけだマニアではないそれに強い武器を作らねば奴を撃つことはできない
Now, this one's to all of you 8-bit retro classic fans. There's one more indie adventure RPG that's about to blow up the joint once landed this February, going by Infernax. Well, Infernax actually launching on the Valentine's Day, so February 14th, so this is a perfect opportunity to prove who's not a simp as a great knight who returns to his homeland only to find it plagued with unholy magic. Take a look at this thing.
us here tonight? On!
Enough of your nonsense, Grullo!
Oh, Ubisoft announced Assassin's Creed, the Ezio collection. That is, Assassin's Creed 2, The Brotherhood, and Assassin's Creed Revelations all together coming to the Nintendo Switch in just one package come February 17th for the price of $39.99. It's not just that, it also comes with some enhanced features such as HD Rumble, some touchscreen stuff, and optimized HUD in addition to all previously released DLC. Take a look.
You are the man I long to meet. Renowned master and mentor.
It's nothing I do a secret.
We work in the dark, serve the light. We are assassins.
When I was a child, I sought wisdom. Violence was so far from my mind.
When were you ever young?
Rise of the Third Power is one I would personally recommend if you're a classic Super Nintendo guy and never really had a chance to play one of the old Final Fantasy games or the one and only Chrono Trigger game. Well, this game comes with a really good soundtrack and just the right amount of RPG on top of what I believe to be a decent story so far. Now check this out, this game is releasing February 10th with a playable demo to play on Steam right now.
Feels so weird to be back. After 5 years, you're still Max Caulfield. What do you remember about us as kids?
We have the Life is Strange Remastered collection that features 2 games in just one package. That is the original, Life is Strange, and the prequel, Before the Storm, on the way to the Nintendo Switch with a price of $60, both with improved graphics. Now, if you do enjoy drama in your games, Life is Strange is actually one of the good ones. Check it out, this collection releases February 1st.
That's Rachel Amber. After my dad died and you moved, I felt abandoned.
Oh, good, you're here.
Rachel saved my life. She was my angel. Something happened to her. We have to find her, Max. Holy shit. Max, what's going on? No! Whoa. I discovered I could reverse time. What the hell is this?
Max, help! Whatever's going on between us is special.
Step back before you regret it.
Get in, Max!
Then I realized I had a choice in the power.
And, well, although it's been quite a while since we've been waiting on this one, but finally. Memoir Blue, Annapurna Interactive's latest narrative puzzle platform, what's touted as an experience than just a video game, launches for basically all the platforms, including Switch, of course, and PCs, and on February 10th this year. Let's go ahead and check it out in case you missed it.
Grown envious of her sister Solveig, goddess of the sun, who is worshipped by mortals.
If you like puzzle adventures and also have them co-op, well, basically games such as It Takes Two, that's literally one of the greatest games of all time. And well, here's the thing, if you do, you might also be interested in Zoria, the Celestial Sisters. Just go ahead and take a look if you're not that sure. This will give you a real good idea of what I'm basically talking about. This game is also coming in February 8th this year.
Now, share a connection in this crossplay puzzle co-op as you and your sister, friend, or family member work together to reunite these celestial goddesses and restore harmony to the world.
Last but not least, P-Cube, which is basically the biggest developer at the moment to bring Japanese franchises to the West, went on and announced its latest work a little while ago called Malgam Lord. That is from all the way back in 2016 as a PS Vita game, and now into the Nintendo Switch February 4th this year. This game's an action RPG, hack and slasher, at its core with just a dash of sim dating, kind of Harvest Moon-ish thing to it. Just check it out.